According to a new report out this week from S&P Global, Donald Trump's tariffs are going to cost American businesses an additional $1.2 trillion this year alone. $1.2 trillion. And yes, this survey that S&P Global conducted with thousands and thousands of businesses, they confirmed nearly all of that will in fact be passed on to American consumers. So businesses will incur an additional $1.2 trillion in expenses due to Donald Trump's trade wars, and consumers can expect more than $1.2 trillion in increased prices. Now, you may be saying to yourself, that's a little contradictory, Farron. You just said they're not passing all of it on to you. That is correct. They're not. But as we have also seen during times of high inflation, which is what we have, they also throw in more. So if the business's cost per unit increases by $2, they don't raise the price for consumers $2 per unit. They raise it $2.10 per unit, $2.20 per unit. So that way, when the inflation ends or the tariff goes away, they don't lower the price by $2.20 per unit. No, they lower it by 80 cents per unit. So it's still much higher than it was, but lower than it was during the inflation. And that's how the new baseline prices are set. We saw this during Trump's first administration. We saw it in the first, year or two of the Biden administration when we still had the hyperinflation. This is what businesses do. And we know that because businesses were literally on the record in business meetings that were recorded in statements saying, yes, we're raising prices beyond what inflation is. So American consumers will be on the hook for more than $1.2 trillion in increased costs, and it is 100% because of Donald Trump and his Republican enablers in the House and Senate. The reason it's not all on Donald Trump, even though he, of course, is the guy that's doing this, putting the tariffs in place, is because earlier this year, as most people remember, there was legislation that would have prevented Donald Trump from unilaterally enacting the tariffs, saying that, nope, you got to go back through the House, through the Senate. This is the way it is. But this story gets worse. Let me read you this. We're looking at a situation where researchers say that $1.2 trillion is actually just a conservative estimate. It could be higher. And these prices for consumers are going to get worse. So the increase in prices that we see right now, you can go ahead and consider that the new baseline. 6 months from now, they will be higher. According to the businesses that are setting the prices, folks. This isn't just a group of people who don't like Trump saying, oh, prices are going to keep getting higher. They're just going to keep going up. It's the people who set the prices that you're paying telling us like, yeah, it's going to keep going up. We are getting screwed. Donald Trump, the Republican House, the Republican Senate. This year, can anybody name me one thing that any of these people have done that benefit a majority of Americans? You can't. No such thing exists. They cut taxes for the wealthy elite. For those in the, bottom half of the income bracket, our taxes are going to go up. For those in the middle, no change in taxes. So the wealthy got their tax cuts. Farmers are screaming their lungs out about how much they hate the man they voted for because he keeps screwing them over. The environment's being shot to hell. Prices for every single person, regardless of your income level, are going up. Everything is worse today. We have our military occupying U.S. cities. ICE is buying guided missile warheads to deploy on American soil. This is not better. Nothing is better. Everything is more expensive. Everything sucks. The government is in the second longest shutdown ever. Benefit checks for the people who need more help than anyone in the country will not go out next month. Nothing good is happening in America today. And 100% of that rests on the shoulders of Republicans in the House, Republicans in the Senate, and Donald J. Trump himself. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.